So there's been an increased awareness of the housing crisis, finally, which has led to some increased funding for eviction defense, which is fantastic. It also means that there are a lot of newer attorneys who are doing eviction defense who don't have a lot of experience being in court. So that's where I feel like it's been really helpful for Western Center and for me to be a resource for those attorneys. I'm Madeline Howard. I am a housing attorney at Western Center in our Oakland office, and I work on fair housing issues, eviction defense, and access to courts issues. Evictions move very, very quickly. A tenant is served with a summons and complaint, and they only have 5 days to respond. So a newer attorney who has not done very many eviction cases, it's really challenging to figure out what to do in such a short time frame, especially when you often don't meet the tenant until maybe the day that the responsive papers are due. So I'm doing things like talking strategy about how to respond to a particular case, how to do discovery, how to get evidence to show that the eviction was for a discriminatory purpose, or that there's some other way to challenge it to keep the person housed. People here who have a job that would pay enough for them to house their family somewhere else cannot make rent, or maybe if they can pay the rent, they're just like one extra bill away from being evicted. And so that is just a constant struggle. And when someone does lose their housing, they're completely unable to find replacement housing. They have to move out of the state, they become homeless. It's not like they just find a new apartment. Building a lot of deeply affordable housing in California in all communities, not just communities that want to have affordable housing, but especially the communities that do not. If we could do that, if we could just build a lot of housing, that would help. We first have to have protections in place in the law, but then we have to find a way to make them real for our clients, for people to be able to access the benefits they're creating, because it's one thing to have a right and another thing to be able to enforce it.